Right. Let's see if when we go live here and for the video. All right, waiting for the chat to answer. Okay, looks like we are live. So now we got to make sure that we get that out to the league. And that starts with going and putting that into the group chat for CBGM College Basketball General Manager. Okay, let's see who else might want to attend that. So online leagues, college basketball. Okay, see who wants to come out and watch a Final Four live 2D sim overall. So see who will join. Okay, I'll give you the website at the bottom. And that is where you get this game. So it's on Windows PC. This is an online league of about 113 people, human people. Supports up to like every college basketball team. And basically they'll do exports and imports. And this is the Final Four. So exciting stuff for the people who made it this far. Kid Coffee Black of Maryland. You got the Spider, Purdue. You got Lloyd with Baylor, and then you got with VCU. So hopefully they can come out and make it. I am going to just give them all a ping, see if they can make it. And who else is here? Oh, Coffee and Lloyd. Okay, going live with your Final Four games. Okay, so let's take a look at the preview here. Maryland, Purdue, and then we'll look at the starting lineup. So basically Purdue is favored. All right, they do have less wins on the less losses on the year. 7 rank overall versus 25, and in turn it was a 3 versus 6 matchup. Both 8 and 2 recently. So let's basically take a look at the starting lineup. AI control. I do not get involved in any of this. 2D gameplay. There's our logo. And let's see if anyone else is in the group chat or Twitch. No one yet. Oh, let's skip this part. Okay. Now, as we get into it. Okay, so one thing you'll notice is that you normally get these faces. What we've done is with some of the real starting talent, great talent, basically the Naismith watch, which is called the Norton in this game. You can see that Cesar, Phipps, JJ Nicholson, Quintanilla, Presley, Quinteros, and Markalides. These guys have different looking faces, and that's because we used some Gen AI off of what was given to them initially with these faces and asked basically AI to make what they would look like in their human life-like form. So anyways, that's pretty cool. It also moves on to the pros that way. Now, let's get into it. Even the point guard for Purdue actually is quite a contributor, 3rd overall in the entire association. And we're going to start the tip. Changes went through. All right, Coffee says he has made adjustments here to Purdue, and this is the chance. Unfortunately, Coffee, too bad your teams had to play each other. Georgia Southern, though, what a run. That was a great story that we all experienced watching and seeing. Getting so close, but then having to play your own team, and then Maryland beating them in the end. So I guess Maryland is probably your best chance of taking it down. So I guess maybe you're happy that was the outcome. I don't know. Maybe you can chime in if you were hoping for a Cinderella story all the way. But anyways, you're taking on Purdue, Spida. This is a big chance for him to and yourself both to go to the finals and get a chance to win it all. And then between the other Final Four, VCU and Baylor, I know Lloyd has won it. I don't think had won it, but he did get close with VCU on a few times. So, all right, let's refocus on the game. And, this could be, basically these games take a good chunk of time. This one will probably take about half an hour. even at the pace it's going right now. And Quinteros puts Purdue up a deuce after Novak hit the three. Quintanilla hit the original three to put Purdue up. So Spider said that he would be a rounder at this time. And so now these are the moments for him to do that and show up for the matchup. Okay. Cesar Phipps ties it up. You can see the real guys. No, that's not the face that I added. So if you do a real person face and this simulator, Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2025, Windows PC, made by Wolverine Studios. In this particular view, my Gen AI faces didn't come through there. But you can kind of see that the Gen AI did a pretty good job of trying to interpret what Markolides, he's kind of got like a ginger beard going and hair from Greece. And so it came up with its best interpretation of that. So it looks pretty cool. Okay, anyway, stop talking about those photos. We'll get back to the matchup. This is an important game for both Purdue, Maryland, obviously Final Four, but why? Because neither have actually won it all yet. So they're in this up to the year 2043. So in 22 seasons, which is almost 3 months schedule, 2.5 months real calendar a year. You can see how long that wait has been for Coffee to try to win it, Spider to try to win it, and from a game like this to get to the next game to actually do it. And to actually do it, we did start on CB21. So I do recall some of my file names saying College Basketball 21. So now that we're up to 25, and then 26 is coming again. So we have run this league through imports, almost 5 versions of the game now. So that is an extended run. So Ilarian Markolides, he hits his mid-range jumper. Right now, Phipps is doing almost all the work for Maryland. Quintanilla gets it going again. Now, Purdue, they had a huge win to get to this game. They knocked off North Carolina and Philip Chappelle, who are, well, pretty much like he's the best player in the game this season. And wasn't able to just beat Purdue to get to the Final Four. Quintanilla missed that three. That would have, oh no, he was fouled. 3 shots made, all 3. That hurts. Maryland had the lead by 2 at that stage. Oh, Coffee's happy. It's weird how it works out that way, that it's the teams you least expect sometimes. Although when I only won my only championship with Creighton, it was kind of like that year had to be the year. I mean, besides, it could have been a 2-peat or a 3-peat, but that system from Texas Tech literally broke like the season that I had like the 1 loss. And then I had like the number 2 overall recruit, and that was Tyshawn Dahl, which basically brought it home from the depth of the team. So you still have a couple guys that are Naismith, Norton Watch type players. And Phipps, though, wow, here we go. Maybe he's going to write a real story for himself. So he's got 13 points, up, putting you up 4 right now. And Garrett, the big distributor with almost 7 assists on the season, third. What you can do, if you look at the bottom, I've updated the leaders. So assists are actually coming around the ticker right now. And so at third spot at like 6.8 is Purdue's distributor. I mean, they score a lot. They got guys that score a lot. So the fact that basically, Purdue's got that guy as well. D. Garrett. Danny Garrett, there you go at the bottom. You can see him and him appear in that ticker type presentation. So we got a tough battle, but Phipps is having an absolute monster game, on pace to get 30 on the night. Well, not even. If we're talking, per every 10 minutes, he's on pace to get right now 60 points if he gets 15 in the last 11 minutes of this half. So hot start for Phipps, hot start from Quintanilla, and right now I don't know foul. Phipps has 1 foul. It looks like one of the Purdue's better players, though, has gone off, so that might be some foul trouble for them. Maybe also for JJ Nicholson, so maybe that kind of evened things out a bit. And yeah, so 10 minutes for the first 10 minutes of the first half. That's about right. I mean, these games, it's like 40 minutes of live 2D game. I tried to tell him, like, Gary, like, can you at least speed this up so we can track it and watch it move? And I don't think he did much. Although he has his fast forward. He goes, why don't you just do fast forward? But you can't actually, with fast forward, when it's kind of moving along faster, watch the stats change. And that was brought up in the group, in the chat of the forums of the Game Maker. And him being like, no, that's going to like put a burden on the development and the code and all that. So we're kind of like in limbo if he's actually has done a good enough job, and in the next version that would make this tolerable for most people to want to watch their own games. Because like on FM 24, I haven't moved to 26 yet, but on 24 I watch my games, but I watch it on like the key highlight stuff, right? So then like basketball is different. Obviously, it's hard to say this is like, the biggest block of the quarter, the biggest play of the half, and it kind of skips through the time until major plays happen. But, something's got to give, where if you want to watch your own games throughout the year, this is like, you can't really deal with it unless you're actually, like, you might as well coach at this stage. So there's nothing that really gives you, kind of like, you can fast forward obviously a little bit. So don't get me wrong, I've seen that on people playing 2K franchises, and those 2K franchises, they go and they have that kind of game cast mode or 2D, and then they'll like sim it up to like you see the points going and the big score moving around, and then they'll sim it to like the third quarter. And then you'll see like the teams like changing their leads from 12 to whatever. But it's more like the game cast on the bottom left that you're kind of looking at. Okay, anyways, the game has swung. Maryland had the lead, and Purdue has taken it back. We're now into bench mode, and we got Richardson in now. He's not in foul trouble. So it sounds like maybe that was part of coffee or changes you made, because he was coming in and out, or maybe you're banking on you really taking advantage of the bench, which is, a strategy that's not commonly done, but yeah. But Phipps and expecting Phipps and Nicholson to play together. And right now it looks like a lot of Phipps on his own. Crowley for 3. So Quinteros is the other big name, yeah. Markalides. So there's a bit of a rotation thing going on with Purdue as well. And Spider was meant to be here to watch this game, but I think said he was spending time with the wife. So, there could be something going on with those two. So, but so at the moment, we're looking at that 5-point lead. And what's this with Markalides now? He distributing the ball. Well, he got the rebound. Harrell was fouled under the rim, and he makes both of his shots. But Phipps has gone cold since the 11-minute mark, so another 5 minutes has gone by, whereas he started really hot, and now he's going to need to get going again to really help Maryland in this. No one else is doing much. And you got Purdue now kind of spreading out the production. So they're got a 7-point lead. And Markalides with a big offensive rebound, but he got blocked by Dante Anthony. And looks like Anthony went to the bench because I'm looking to see where he is in the current player stats. Phipps, big offensive board, and then gives it away to Enrique Quinteros. And he's down there, and he's moving the ball around. It's got triangle offense for Purdue. And we got, who else has the ball now? With Maryland, basically when I'm doing play-by-play, the same kind of stuff applies. So hopefully you can keep this game under 10, which is better, which is usually a good sign. Under 5, nice and close, is really kind of what Maryland needs. So they are in this right now. And being in this, what's the next move here? Garrett had that miss, and then Quintanilla with the miss, but he was fouled. Seth Fox. So it looks like Maryland's using a lot of different names. And now Quintanilla has surpassed Phipps in points in the game. Seven-point lead, 3 minutes left to go in the half. I'm curious when other people do the faster on 2D sim, not do skip, which is essentially fast forward, which kind of takes away from whoever's here. You don't really want to experiment with that now either. But what that means is that it does push the game up. I thought it just like moves the game super fast. Because then how do you kind of go back to the regular mode? I don't want to play with that. So yeah, everyone's just going to have a chance to watch the slow grind go down. So Phipps Had a big three, had a chance to shoot another three to kind of keep him in it. Big steal, though, by Phipps again. And Anthony with the dish from Phipps. So that is a nice little run going on here with Maryland. And what's up on top of that? A big three by Maryland gives them the lead. That is a huge run. The momentum meter now is really showing up for Maryland here. And maybe Spider needs to get around and start cheering his team on in the second half at least. We got a foul here on Hargrove. He's not in foul trouble at all. What's a nice thing to watch is when great players are not in foul trouble, and we're looking at Phipps and Quintanilla not in trouble. I don't know where JJ Nicholson is, though. I thought I was expecting him to be one of those bigger names in the game. I don't know. Am I missing something from the amount of depth on the on Maryland? But we're almost at the half now. And Danny Garrett doesn't just dish. He can shoot when he needs to, I guess. Had hitting a big three to get in the lead. Hargrove, he drew the call. 1 of 2. Whoa, big offensive rebound off the second free throw. And what does that lead to? It leads to a foul on Markelides. Novak hits both, and this game is real tight. So we're looking a couple possessions to go before the end of the first half. And big steal by Kuhn, which then gives that dish to Crowley for a layup in transition. So from being Maryland almost up 1 to being down 1 to being down 6 now with 10 seconds, 8 seconds. And 3 seconds left. And that's a wrap for the first half. So this game is very high scoring, 48-45. Purdue is up 3. Let's see what happens. Quintanilla and Phipps. Nicholson has not played much. She's had 2 fouls, and maybe it is a foul thing now. But the second half begins with Nicholson, JJ Nicholson playing. And a battle of 2 big names here. So right now, I don't know where Spider is, if he's watching and just doesn't want to jinx himself. And right now, what's Maryland gets both free throws, keeps them in the game. And let's take a look at some of the overall stats. Oh, big rebound there from Dante Anthony. So field goal percentages, high enough to keep the game with the pace where both teams are going to maybe score 90 points. Maybe like 80, the high 80s. Then, Nicholson, this is the guy who's got to get going here. So he stole from Quintanilla. I mean, if Maryland wants to get this win, they're going to need more contribution. So I don't know why Markelides is off now. So I would assume maybe he is in foul trouble. So Quintanilla and Quinteros, they're both playing for Purdue still. And foul on Nicholson again. So that's 3. That puts Michelle in. So and the Michelle hasn't really done anything. So 0 for 3, couple boards, but really kind of just throwing the ball away. And what are we looking at? They're coming back the other way. Enrique Quinteros. Crawley hits a big 3 there. He's got 13 points. So right now it's a 5-point game. Phipps misses the 3. He's trying to get himself over 20 in the game. Oh, here's Spider now. So we got both owners have arrived into the chats. And probably another big shot. So this guy I don't know enough about, but he's got 15 points. At the moment, he is the one that's opening up the lead. I see, just a lurker. And then Phipps with the rebound, Quintanilla with the missed 3. Danny Garrett, he's doing more than just dishing the ball. He's got another board. By the end of the game, Danny Garrett could be pushing towards a triple-double. Crowley's good, huh? So, well, just because I didn't make a face for the guy, I was surprised. But there we go. Having one of the better games. Oh, Phipps, big shot. He hits a 3 to get his team back into this game and puts him at 21 points. That was a foul on Dante Anthony. Purdue makes 1 of 2. We got a 5-point game. All right, what's Anthony going to do with that? He gives it away. And instantly, Crowley puts in the layup. Crowley. And Markelides with the next foul. So that could leave him out of the game for a bit. JJ Nicholson has come back in for Maryland. And Anthony with a layup. So Maryland is showing lots of life still. Big 3, Danny Garrett. So I think he's hit almost 3 threes in this game. Uh, look at Purdue's 3-point percentage in this one. Maryland, the fact they're in it when a team is shooting 10 of 23 for 43% behind the arc is commendable. And Nowak, he's having a nice little game too. Well, I wouldn't call it little. He's got 12. So now there is contribution coming in versus Phipps. Nicholson, not quite. Oh, Crowley with the rebound. That miss could have helped Maryland a lot. And a foul on Anthony, only his second. And puts Flanagan on the line, the backup power forward, and he hits both from the charity stripe. Nicholson not helping the cause, missing that three. And a mid-range from Presley Quintanilla. 8-point lead, Purdue. Block by Quintanilla. Does anyone play the fast mode on like this, the way I'm doing it, on 2D like this, and it does zip around faster, like throughout the entirety of the game? Has anyone actually timed it? Because, I mean, I feel like I've given enough resources to this VMware of this Mac, from this Mac to this Windows 11 machine. It has 6 gigs of RAM, like, I don't know, few CPUs out of all of my CPUs. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think necessarily it's processor speed, but literally the 40-minute games are turning into 40 minutes of my life. Like literally it goes minute for minute. And that's supposed to be fast mode, I guess. Beats me. Okay. 10-point lead, Purdue. Anthony with a layup. So that gets it back to a 10-point game. And a nice block on Quintanilla. Unexpected. Seth Fox. Big offensive rebound there by Quintanilla. We're almost into the last half of the second half, but not quite. It just seems to kind of drag on. This is the normal slow spot of the game for me. Oh, yeah, okay. You're talking about your team. Yeah, okay. So Quintanilla stays in. Richardson's running the bench as well. Novak's in. Anthony's in. Quintanilla misses the three, but was fouled. That hurts. For some reason, Seth Fox was trying to block that three. Oh, that hurts even worse. 1 of 3 but the ball back and offensive rebound. And the three, so a 4-point play. That really hurts Maryland here. That turns it to a 14-point lead. D'Antonio Stevens, that was pretty crushing there. Dante Anthony, you need to hit those free throws. I know you're a center, but your team needs you. And what are we looking at next? Wade, Bus. Yes, indeed. Quinteros and Crowley are back in. Quinteros only 2 points on the night. Maryland and Phipps, they need to get it going real soon. All right, so Rico Prescott helps Maryland get closer towards the 10-point mark. And what are we looking at? All right, so it is a 15-point lead. That is getting scary now. Crowley, 20 points in this one. And it's not looking good for Maryland. I'm not calling it yet for Purdue, but a 17-point lead, that's starting to hurt. And what are we looking at next? Hmm. 17, Phipps with another dunk, trying to raise his pro stock if it doesn't work out in this one. Nicholson has been a huge disappointment. This was probably his most important game of his career. Probably continues to add to it. So we're not even looking at Quintanilla on the court at all. And Crowley's got 25. Phipps, though, he got fouled behind the arc and then ends up hitting 2 of 3. It's not really going to help much, I don't think. We have an 18-point lead. It would be pretty disastrous for Purdue now to lose this. Garrett's back in. Honestly, I don't know why or how, without coaching, that unfortunately Wolverine Studios thinks that someone would necessarily watch their games. And even the key games, I guess if you're your own team, and I felt like it was faster in the past, man. It had to have been. But whatever it is with this new setup, the new graphics, like I couldn't be able to sit through 40 minutes of all the time doing it regular games. So it's nice that this is the final four, you know. But my live, I'm up to 40 minutes live, and we're looking at 5 minutes left in the second half. It's on fast. I'm not fast forwarding, obviously, because what we want to do is get a feel of the flow of the game. You obviously want to Phipps with the big three there, so he's showing off still, down 19. But you can see the turnovers and the things and the stats get up. So you want to see that kind of progression. Hmm. And 20-point lead, 5 minutes to go. Purdue, well, it looks like Spider is like almost cheering for it to get way over 100. Well, Coffee looks like he wants to rub it in. But I guess there's a chance, a little bit of a chance to come back. 5 minutes, I doubt it. I've seen some craziness, but the team losing had to have been like a really more heavily rated team, and then all of a sudden like some crazy stuff starts going on. But we're looking at NBA scores here soon if Purdue gets and starts pumping it to 110. And 4 minutes left to go in this one. Right now we got a 21-point lead, 3:44 to go. Yeah, definitely. This is that Purdue team. There's just a lot of stars on it. And Quintanilla with another three. And we're looking at the wide range of output right now. And time goes slowly. Still 3 minutes to go in the game. I think let's see what happens. I gotta press this skip and just see what happens. Now, what is that doing? What is that skip doing? Okay, so you were watching it now. I'm playing through the rest of the game because I'm calling it. We're playing with this skip thing. I can't handle, unfortunately, each possession. We're going to see now what goes down. So with the skip is on, the skip feature, the fast forward, and then it comes off. We'll press it again. And Purdue has hit the 100 mark. And we got 124 to go. We're going to get to the next game. It's out of hand. And so we want to keep everyone's attention span. And there's only 1:08 left. It's moving through quicker. You can follow along a little bit what's happening. It's just not really moving the players. So continue to watch the game cast here. 40 seconds, 38. For my mental health, man, Spider, I can't be. These last 3 minutes, they drive me nuts, especially when it's a 25-point game. All right, so coffee. Unfortunately, the skip didn't help turn the game around at all. And we got a 19-point lead or so. So Purdue could have had the chance to really run up the game, but I guess there's almost like a mercy when you hit 100 in college basketball. And looks like Maryland's going to end up losing the game by 19. And congratulations, Spider, you're going to the final. Player of the game, Crowley, 28 points, 6 boards, couple steals, couple assists. Markalides, big foul trouble, didn't do much, so he can help in the next game. In the final, Quintanilla, big one, 25. And Phipps, monster game, got Maryland all the way to the Final Four. And will look to be a good pro. All right. We're done with that first game. And next up, it's going to be to see who Spider will play in Purdue. And with that in mind, it's going to be Baylor versus VCU. AI control, and continuing on. All right, our logo. Okay, so biggest names: Shaheen Hester, the senior Bo Jeffries, who just sticks around, hasn't gone pro, and then we're looking at, I guess, Johnny Cardenas, Eddie Mosher, a lot of depth from VCU. Guys have been around for a bit of time, yeah, so there's lots of depth here. Lots of almost 5 players scoring in double digits almost for Baylor off the starting lineup. Okay, with that in mind, let's just double check that I have fast forwarded on. Use faster speed. Like, that is as fast as we can go. We're not pausing. We show halftime, auto sub. And with that in mind, we're going to start play and tip it off. All right. So a little 2D mode, I guess, with these guys. And it's a chance for Jeffries to finally get his championship. And it was Baylor who basically did everything possible to get to the final against Minnesota, and then essentially have the Gophers finally get their championship. And we got VCU, very dangerous team, um, recruits well, good prestige. Spider, if I were you, I wouldn't want to play Baylor. I don't know. Something about Baylor is just Lloyd plays victim, but his teams are good. Right now, we got a tie game. Uh, I mean, I don't know enough about VCU to say that they won't win the game, or they will win the game. But I mean, I only know Baylor because I put two custom faces on that team. So, and the fact that if you get a real Gen AI lifelike player, he's pretty damn good. And I don't have anyone on VCU like that. Because what I did was I looked at stats leaders, and I looked at the Norton Award winner leaders. The email that came in that basically said, here's like the last best 30 left, best 20 left, and looked at them and really kind of judged uh, the process of actually getting one of the faces, and then I have to crop it and I have to make my own into the size that we need that works for the game. So anyways, it takes effort, but it's kind of cool now when they'll go pro, especially seeing Corey Jordan in the pro game now with the face and stuff. So I think it'll be worthwhile over time. But college sports is one of the hardest things to make any kind of updates for, like images, like custom rosters. Well, not custom, but I mean like real life like stuff. Like there's nobody who makes roster updates to put, let's say, AJ from BYU on a team and actually like load that in. College basketball with the Nana players has the best chance of that, but we're talking, imagine making rosters for 260, it's even 364 teams or something like crazy like that. I believe. I don't know, it's way up there. And then let alone college football, the size of the rosters of those teams. So, whatever. Doing any customization for any college sports game is always a bit tough, besides teams and stuff that's like doesn't change frequently. Whereas, now we're looking at transfer portals and all kinds of stuff, a lot of movement, a lot of freshmen, a lot of people going pro, a lot of, all that alumni. Okay. Right now, VCU has the 3-point lead. Now, I guess I'll play this out until maybe there's too much of a lead or something like that. And then, you know what, I didn't mind that skip thing going on. I don't think Lloyd's here necessarily, or Yad's not here. No one's writing in the chat. It may just be me sitting here watching, playing this out. So, and pretty much talking to myself then. But besides YouTube, which we really appreciate anyone who watches this and wants to think about joining the league. And what are we looking at next? Okay, Spider's still here. You want to know what's going to happen in this one. So, all right. Hang in there. And right now, VCU with that 4-point lead. These guys took out teams of mine. And basically, Baylor, I think, knocked off, yeah, my Creighton team, which I'm surprised they even got to the Elite Eight this soon. And mostly carried as well by JUCOs. So junior college players, a couple of years left on them. One of them is leaving to go pro right away, and Yakad Swift. And so he declared as a junior from a JUCO to go pro, which kind of blows. Like, when does that usually happen? And then basically, then I don't really have that many great recruits coming in for Creighton, but this will be a nice boost. And then Baylor basically beat them legit. So Creighton's time is not now. Then, yeah, I think I might hit the skip. And then also UCF lost to VCU. So another Elite Eight team of mine. I'm hoping for some really nice bumps in prestige to kind of get those guys going. Indiana, I was kind of hoping for a bit more. Disappointed. Um, South Carolina State, kind of just hoping again for any dum-dums to kind of show up and then build around that. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to use this skip. So I'm trying to learn a bit more about how this goes. So apparently the skip is running because, oh no, skip only runs when it's like this. Hmm. Do I have to hold it? Like, what is it? I don't get it. Why would the skip turn off? Is it like some sort of like whistle on the play or? Okay, so when I click into it, the skip goes off. But let me see if I kind of like see if it locks in. Because what you can do is I would recommend watching the bottom left-hand side. Um, as the time goes down, it's showing what plays happen, I believe. Okay, so we went from 10 to 9:32, and then that's it. It just kind of like stalls out. And you gotta press play again or whatever. Oh no, it is skipping every 30 seconds or so. This is a pace I can live with, I guess. Like even then, it's like still takes a while. And then 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Okay, so I'm not touching anything now. It's at 8:20, yeah. And then let's just see if it actually is running. Because I actually I didn't touch it, and then all of a sudden it showed like 7:50. But it doesn't look now. It looks like it actually stopped. Okay. Oh no, I just moved the mouse around and there it moved. Well, it's definitely a skip because no, I don't think it stopped because once I move the mouse, I think that's really if I'm moving the mouse, it kind of moves. It does look like it stopped, but look, there's this 2D mode is now kind of halted. So it is kind of in this like um accelerated, kind of whatever it is. So I'm gonna keep doing this. We're not gonna see the guys move the mouse around. It's in some sort of fast forward. I'm happy with this. It's moving quicker. All right. So right now VCU is up one with 5 minutes to go in the first half. It's pretty skippy right now because we don't see any of the players at the top moving. So I can definitely live with this better. for now. But like, but not like that. It's just, even this is kind of like, how's it only 4 minutes? Well, it only skips like sometimes like 3 seconds at a time. So that's kind of lame. Okay, Baylor's up a deuce. Oh no, VCU, there we go. Shipley. Okay, let's take a look at some stats. It is updating some of the stats. We got uh, the best players. Hester with 4. Bo Jeffries doesn't really have anything going on. And Shipley and Ashbury. VCU, 5-point lead. Don't move your mouse and then okay, yeah. I think the mouse thing is something it's doing. So I'm not moving it now. And then hopefully it does go down to 151 without the mouse movement. Because I guess I don't know. It's weird. I want to trust that it's moving still. If I keep the mouse moving, yeah, I still see it move going like 5 seconds, 5 seconds. Now it hasn't feels like it doesn't do anything. I think I gotta move the mouse. So now I'll move it again. Oh, I see. It's skipping all the way up until the mouse movement. So then it okay. All right. I guess it skips a little faster if I don't move the mouse. And then when I move it, it's saying, okay, you want to know just where we're at. That's what's going on. Yeah, exactly. You called that. All right. Um, so move the mouse just less frequently, and we kind of keep going here. Okay, so VCU, wow, they're up 11, almost at the half. And Baylor with a big shot there by Hester. And we're looking at 9-point lead VCU. Yeah, I have it on fastest speed as well. Anyways, I'm happy with this setup. Oh, wow, okay, hold on. It started the second half. Oh, okay, I don't mind. Let me just stop it though, because maybe it will go to the stats. Oh, weird. It's like moving without me like actually saying anything. All right. With that in mind, we're just gonna keep going through the game. If I press play, am I getting the 2D back? No. No, no. Odd. I don't know. Maybe it's just happening in this example of me doing it, but press skip again. I can't even get the 2D to actually come back on and off when I want. So, all right, this is the speed it's going to be at next. Keep watching the game cast over here if you want to get a good sense of what's going on. I'll keep the mouse kind of going around. So right now, what a lead by VCU. 14-point lead. Oh, there. Oh, weird. And then this showed up, this halftime report, but the game's already in the second half. That is weird. What have you done, Gary, with the game? Oh, beyond weird. Okay, anyways, the game is going on. Jeffries with another foul. Yeah, I delayed, but then I went to the next thing, and then like, how does it not know that it needs to pause the procedure and then show the halftime thing, not just like skip, skip? So, anyways, as long as the game doesn't crash, I guess that's the big, most important part. Okay. Right now, VCU with that 12-point lead. And now I don't move the mouse and it's doing its own movement, which is fine because it's really the 2D guys moving around that seems to have been like slowing the game down. Yeah, so maybe I do have some sort of processor delay because I haven't thrown all my resources at this thing, but I'm not willing to. And right now, Baylor is chipping away at that lead. Everybody who's watching, let's see what happens if I do that. Oh, no, don't want that. Still moving. I was seeing if you can switch it to from this to the radio play by play, but I don't mind it. Oh, that's this one. Hmm. How is it still moving? Yeah, but it says a different time in the play by play. 18:02. All right. So that's not moving up with the speed of things. This is the game cast is keeping up with the pace. But let's refocus on the game itself. So Minton right now looks like the bench is in for Baylor, and VCU is getting carried by a combination of Mosher and Shipley. Hmm. Right now, VCU is continuing to hold that lead and 13-point lead. I don't think you can ever count Baylor out, but Hester's got to come back on. Then you need Bo Jeffries, who is, I guess, in foul trouble. Let's try this. And right now, VCU's having an amazing game here. VCU is up 19 points. So now I feel just fine pressing the skip. Um, and even then, it's not really moving that fast. The skip meant to be fast because, like, I mean, Gary's like, oh, you can just press skip and it moves quicker. I couldn't imagine going through this each time my team had a regular season game. And then people are like, they don't watch them all the way through. But the thing is, it's like if I left the game, it doesn't retain uh like how the game is gone. So there's no way to skip to the end, I believe, unless I'm missing something. Like maybe click skip, fast forward over and over, skip over and over, it moves faster. I don't think so. Well, that's yeah, they sim the game exactly. But like you're building a feature, a 2D feature that's meant to like immerse people in the game. And then you want, like if you play Football Manager, you just kind of at some points you're like, wow, okay, I'm really, digging seeing like the highlights of the game, some key moments. You watch it through, the thing lasts like 5, 10 minutes max, and you're like, okay, all right, I can live with doing that each and every time. Um, but this you wouldn't want to ever like experience this. This is horribly painful. Like my live sim for 2 games is at 1 hour and 12 minutes. And I seem to think that I have a decent like configuration. Okay, Baylor is back in this game. As we've been saying that it's now a 12-point lead for VCU. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So now 14 again. All right, Baylor is hanging tough though. So you're looking at the lineup without Jeffries in it, without Hester in it, and it's Minton and Strickland. Minton though, had he shot better than 5 of 16, this game could be different. Okay, 10-point game. It went from almost 20-point lead, 18-point lead at some stage. Oh, VCU gets it back to 12. This is one of those scary ones where the comeback could still happen. But Mosher, nice game. Ashbury, 11 rebounds. That's pretty good for a small forward. Shoots like crap today, 3 of 15. I don't know if he shoots any better normally. 11-point lead, 5 minutes to go. All right. Really, I don't know. I wouldn't want to count VCU out. This is something's going on with them. I mean, a number 9 ranked overall in the country is not like not as someone who's not meant to be here. I just don't know the team that well. But yeah, knows what he's doing and recruits pretty good. Even Iowa, his team, somewhat respectable. Oh, Baylor, that's a huge three from Nolan Caspers. It is a 6-point game. It is getting poured on now by Baylor. That was a big foul from Caspers. Ashbury hits both. Back to 8, 3 minutes to go. Oh, I see. Yeah, but who's really like, yeah, I guess it's true because your record's like you only lost like somewhat. you know, once in a while. Joe Walden, that has to be the biggest shot of his life, and putting VCU back up 11. But Baylor, quick responses, only 1 of 2 there. And as we move along, mm, and right now, it looks like VCU will be able to hold on to this lead. They grew it big enough that the Baylor comeback didn't do much. But Jeffries has been off the entire game. And it had to be others that had to step up for Hester, step up for Mello. And that's a wrap. It's going to be Purdue VCU, battle of the yellow color type teams with the black. Uh, and the funny thing is with Yeah or whatever, he's got Iowa too. So his 2 teams both look so similar. All right, it's not Lloyd's chance to redeem himself. And let's get out of this one and save, get the update in, get it out, get people's next thing, and prepare to do the finals tomorrow. We'll try to do it later on. Um, again, towards maybe like 8 p.m. ish Eastern. Congratulations, Spider. Thanks for sticking around for that one. And catch you in the chat. See you, mate.